2, 1. We should be live. And don't give me a minute because I want to kill the sound on YouTube so we don't get feedback. So give me 1 minute. Yes, we're going live right now. It's taking a long time to load up. Okay, we are live. 1 second. Okay, now we are live. What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? This is EB Crypto, and got my dear friend and business partner here with me. Let me record this before we get started here, my brother. This is going to be powerful. I'm already knowing, and this is my dear friend Elliot Williamson, and you guys know me. I'm EB Crypto, and we're going to be talking about Kanye West. Is he one of the best or just a plain mess? We're going to talk about that today. And the reason we're covering this on the Family Cash Machine, you guys know this channel is called Follow the Money. I don't know a more appropriate subject to talk about than the richest Black man ever in the history of American economics, Kanye West. We can't deny him of that. He's got that title now. He's the most richest Black man ever in the history of the annals of our sojourn in America. Damn, that's a mouthful. So I'm gonna go ahead and let him introduce himself. This is Mr. Elliot Williamson, good friend of mine, business partner of mine, and he's very, very enlightened about credit, business credit, a lot of different things like that. I call him my go-to guy because he's always connecting dots for me. Mr. Elliot Williamson, what's going on, my brother? Eli?
What's going on, EB? How you doing, man? Good to see you.
I'm doing wonderful, brother.
Yeah, good to see you, man. Good to do this again with you. Interesting topic today, but it was definitely something to speak about. Losing $2 billion is a lot to lose in endorsements or your bank account, man. That's a lot. You know, some people never even get to touch that money. But I think there's some good points in this topic because you know, the way that he made the Black people in the uproar, how the white people are in the uproar, you know, I think it's going to be a good topic for us to talk about. Also, you know, we could touch on a little credit talk and things like that for the people if they need that as well. You know, but this is about this live stream is more about Black people waking up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's time. It's time. You know, more things like this need to be done. We can't just sit back. It can't keep me and monkey see no evil, monkey hear no evil. You got to start hearing. You got to start seeing. We got to start standing up. This is a war, man.
So let's back up. Let's back up. We're talking, but I think most of the people watching this know what he said. It's been all over the news, but we need to kind of recap what did he say that ignited everything? Could you just elaborate on that to the people who might not have heard what he said?
I'm not 100% sure. Only thing that I'm gathering from what like pissed everybody off was his Adidas comments when he said, I can say anti-Semitic things and Adidas won't let me go. I think that right there was the straw that broke the camel's back. And then wearing the White Lives Matter. If you go and watch the actual interview that he conducted 2 weeks ago on NBC or Dateline or whatever it was, I was just watching that, and it was a very good interview. It was actually very spiritual as to why he's taking this stance. But he said something interesting. He was like, my handlers told me that if I wear this shirt, I might get killed. They're gonna kill me. Also, they told me that if I wear this
shirt, the White Lives Matter?
The White Lives Matter. He said something about green light or something. So he got a call or a threat that if you wear this shirt, you're gonna get green light. You can hear it in the interview.
Oh yeah, that means get beat down.
Get beat down, right? Then his handlers also said that if he, you know, goes and does his anti-Semitic thing and all that, then he's gonna probably get killed.
Let's back up a little bit. I think that ignited the statement because he came out and he went to France. I know I seen Janet Jackson, Will Smith's son there, a lot of celebrities, you know, because France is the center of fashion. So he launched that T-shirt with his fashion, and he had that White Lives Matter. It created a huge uproar. And then later on in some interview, he's talked about the Jews controlling all of the industry contracts and record industry. And he talked about contracts first, but what do you think about that White Lives Matter shirt?
I think honestly, from being a marketer, knowing business, knowing uproar sell, man. You get what I'm saying? I think he's a marketing genius. Honestly, I think he's brilliant for this move because I'm looking at it from economics, right? See, everybody's getting caught up in the words of what he said. But see, you're not looking at the business move of what he's making. Because see, this is a chess move. This is a chess move. No, this is a business move I think he's making. It's a chess move, and I'll explain. What I see is okay, imagine if you're Kanye. You're the richest black man in the world. Now, you're also the richest controlled black man because with contracts come controllership, meaning you can't do this, you can't do that. You're going to have to jump on one leg if we tell you that you want to keep this money and us keep promoting you and partnering with you, right? So now, if I go anti-Semitic, if I go White Lives Matter, if I go to the highest extremes, guess what happens? Now I can get free of all of that. Now I can be independent and I can come back and get them same endorsement deals. What is he really going to lose from Yeezy when he can go independent and produce the same quality when he's learned how to produce his own shoe? He's a whole brand. He doesn't lose his brand.
Okay, I gotta intervene. I got a problem with the statement. White Lives Matter. And I have to take this position because there's a lot of they don't value Black lives. And you know, like I know, since we've been in America from slavery, our lives have been discounted as not valuable. So we came up with the Black Lives Matter slogan to say, hey, we matter too. You just killing us in the streets. And so that's why I had a problem with the statement, because it's counterproductive to us making our point that our lives matter. Go right ahead.
You come from Compton, California. You come from where the birthplace of the Bloods and the Crips. There is more killing with Black people. I'm not going to say that white people haven't done it more, but I'm just saying there's almost an equal amount of killing amongst each other than there is. So for Black people to be mad at him saying that, I really don't take offense to it. And the reason why is because, like the song says, we're all one people under the sun. Every life on this planet matters. Arabic, Chinese, Black men, red dot, Indian men, you know, everybody, Muslim men, everybody matters. Because if they didn't matter, then we might as well just have a mass genocide all around the world. Where would that get us where would that get us with production?
You got a strong point there. In Chicago, LA, and most inner cities.
So for him to say White Lives Matter, to me, from a marketing standpoint, he achieved exactly what I'm telling you. It was brilliant, because guess what it got him? It got him more publicity. He's going to get more shoe sales. He's all over the news. He's all over the social media. So what if they cancel him? You know what? He might be tired of the spotlight. So what's one way to get out of a contract without being in breach of a contract? Make a move like this.
All right, let me interject, because we got to both get our points out.
Right.
So I want to speak for those that might have a disagreement with you on that, is that some people may say this, and I try to think outside of how I feel. And I know some people will say, well, Eric, the reason Black people killing each other is because for years we've been taught that our lives didn't matter, and we've been trained to devalue our own selves. So this is why the Black Lives Matter is so important, because now we subconsciously have been programmed to through low self-esteem and self-hatred attack each other and kill each other because we don't have value on Black lives. So what do you say about that?
I say to that is that, honestly, man, to me, it's just all hogwash. Because if Black people really cared about Black people, then Black people would start doing stuff for Black people, and we don't. Like we're upset at Kanye. Let me make another point. We're upset at Kanye, right, about a White Lives Matter shirt. Mm-hmm. But our women are walking around here with blonde hair. They're walking around here with fake hair. Our men are dyeing their hair, dressing up in women's clothes. We're trying to move into white neighborhoods. We're trying to have white men's suits, white men's dress, white men's cars. We're not doing anything of what we did in the 70s movies. When the last time you seen a soldier sister? Where's she at? When the last time you seen brothers on the corners other than the Hebrews out there preaching and trying to make movements for the people? You understand? Like, we don't have leaders, bro. We don't have Malcolms and Martins no more. Where are they at? Who's stepping up for that? And the only way you can do that is you got to be just like they were when they had those movements. They were bold. What Kanye is doing is changing the world. He's bringing awareness to the lies that people aren't saying. They're saying that this man is saying conspiracy, but it's not conspiracy. How's it conspiracy when I just sent you a picture of an application that anybody can go to and do for bankruptcy, and it says transgender man, transgender woman, and then just a gender? What the hell is going on? They're making transgender baby dolls right now. Who is doing that? Black people aren't doing that. They're making robot women in China and Japan. Black people ain't behind that. But then if we step up and we say something about that, now we're anti-Semitic? No, we're looking out for our people. I think that what Kanye did takes courage, tremendous amounts of courage, because he's risking his life for you to know the truth. It's up to you to be responsible to learn it and make an opinion on it. But at the end of the day, the things that he's saying, how are they untrue when they're marketing them to you every day? Every day.
I think the Black community got upset because it derails the Black Lives Matter as far as now. I'm not that community. Let me finish. Hold up. We got to take turns. I'm just saying, I gotta take the opposing side. You my buddy, man. I love you, but I gotta cover this we gotta play good cop, bad cop here. But I'm saying, like, I'm listening to all sides, and I hear a lot of Black people saying, well, he's derailing the movement. See, I try not to do things against the masses of my people. Like, the masses of our people is in that Black Lives Matter. Some people can argue it was started by George Soros and all that. Some people can argue that, but the slogan itself is a powerful statement, I think. And it now, don't get me wrong. I think all lives matter. I think Black, Arab, Indian. I'm a compassionate human being. I'm a human being first. So, and then I'm a Black man second. That's true. I'm a human being first, and then a Black man second. Now, some people see me as a Black man first. That's racism. But at the end of the day, we all are human. So I think all lives matter, but it's a damn shame we have to promote for years, hey, we matter too, because we've been slaughtered and killed for so long in this country, like I said, to where now it's embedded in us to not value Black life. But like you said, when a white guy comes and say something or do something, we value that. And most people don't listen to me and your economic information because they don't value Black knowledge. They don't even value the Black intellect when we taught the world medicine, science, religion, chemistry, you name it, it all came from Black people. Mathematics, this is not racism. This is a proven fact because they don't have nothing called Europology. They don't have nothing called Indianology. They don't have nothing called Americanology. They got Egyptology, because this is where everybody is searching for the origins of mankind in general. So I just think that the world has flipped it around now to where the most invaluable people now are the most invaluable people. So I think it's very important that we keep that slogan of we matter too, because when it comes to the justice system, we don't matter. We can railroad it in the courts. We can set up. We can fake charges on us. There's so many brothers in death row that's not even done it. I just watched a movie called Brian Banks about the young football player. It's on Netflix, from Long Beach Poly. I went to Compton. Poly was our rival. Poly, and he got charged by a sister with rape. Come to find out, after 16 years, the man didn't do it, but he got railroaded in the courtroom. So Black Lives Matter on so many different levels. That's why I just feel like I know what he did it for. I understand the business part of it, but some money ain't good money.
But to the point of him wearing the shirt, I'm gonna say this, and I just want people to think about what I'm saying, and I'm gonna move on to another subject of this and touch on some other stuff that you said. But If white lives don't matter, then go kill one. I'll just leave it at that. So at the end of the day, see, the thing is what people are
Okay,
upset
but the
with.
antithesis to that is it matters too much.
Hold
Like
on.
you said, that's the
Go
reason.
on.
Hold up. This is the
Go kill
reason why blacks kill blacks, because they know if they kill a white, it's a problem.
No, but that's the point. That's where I was going next.
It shouldn't be like that.
I said that because I wanted to say, see, what Kanye just did that the white people I feel like don't like, and see, he just tore down a whole border of fear. Because see, Kanye went to a level that black people are afraid of. That's why I just said that question. Well, if white lives don't matter, then go kill one. Because see, the fear, you just explained the fear that we feel. See, he has no fear. And see, when you don't have fear, then they don't know what your weakness is. And that's where I come from. See, I don't fear them. Because see, and the thing about it, you're absolutely right.
Hold up, you went out, brother. I lost you. What's going on? I lost you, Elliot. You went out. He got everybody talking, that's for sure. Elliot, you got to reconnect, my brother. It was getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Because the next thing we're going to talk about is this anti-Semitic allegation. Hey, you went out, Elliot. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, my brother. I can't hear you. You guys give us a minute. Try to some technical difficulties. This is why I don't like going live sometimes, because when me and this brother get on certain subjects, we always have a technical problem. He got cut off. This brother here, we got together during the COVID and started doing COVID. When COVID first happened, we did so many powerful videos, they kicked us off of YouTube. And a lot of the stuff we were saying, the first 2-3 weeks when it started, the lockdowns, a lot of the things that me and this brother said, guess what? They finding out was true. We was telling the truth. So you know, but we was on top of it. We was lighting up the internet with the conversations about COVID, me and this brother here. He's back now. Elliot is back, and he's going to go ahead and finish his statement. Elliot, you went out, and I'm glad you back. I need you to, I can't see you though yet, and I'm waiting for your sound to come in. But yeah, you had went out for a minute, man. So that could be the system trying to disrupt this powerful conversation, because we covering it from both ends. You know, I agree with you on a lot of points, and I'm only speaking out for those people who might disagree, and they might, you know, because I hear all the arguments, and so some of them are valid, and I think that black people are too sensitive. We just so sensitive about everything, and we're gonna get to that to a minute too. Elliot, I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
Oh, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
What's going on?
Your internet is your internet, I think, is weak.
See, I'm gonna leave and come back in. I can't even get out.
Okay, leave and come back in. We'll wait for you for a few minutes, my brother. I know.
Okay, it's like it opened up another one. Can you see me now? Can you hear me?
No, I can't see you. I can hear you.
You can't see me? Come on, man. I'm gonna leave and come back. Hold on. I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's like frozen. This thing.
You on your phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone. I'm gonna go on my laptop here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of things you say. Like I said, I just wanted to cover different ends of the argument because there's so many different opinions on it, and I've heard a lot of the different.
Well, also too, it really be. Let me finish.
You got a bad connection, brother. You can your voice going in and out, and I can't see you.
Close me out so I could come back in because my stuff is.
I'll shut you down. I'll just go ahead and close you out, and then you come back in. Let me see. Let me see if I can. I don't want to. If I remove you, I don't know if you can come back in. Let me see.
I'm about to join with my laptop right now. I'm hitting.
Okay, I'll cut you out. I'm removing you. Okay, you guys, I had to remove Elliot. Hopefully, he'll come back in. Say don't. He'll come right back in, and we can continue this conversation. But again, like I said, I had a problem with the White Lives Matter because, of course, we know White Lives Matter because I don't like the fact that they matter more than Black lives, and that's not cool to me because if I seen a kid, Black or white or Mexican or Latino, any type of Chinese child, I'm going to do everything I can to save that child in the cause of danger. That's just me. That's my humanness. coming out. I'm not gonna say, oh, that's a black kid, I'm gonna let him get ran over by a car. No, so Black Lives Matter because we have suffered since we've been in this country of racism, discrimination, bigotry. And I mean, when you get to a point where you're bombing churches, you know, we got to say Black Lives Matter. Hold up, time out. So, you know, I don't believe there's been a time in history where Black people were bombing white churches, because we've always had a high sense of respect for the Most High, you know, and so the creator of the universe. But again, we kind of got past that. I don't see, well, I'm not gonna say that. They do still got people bombing churches. But I do think that the White Lives Matter was kind of going against the grain of the Black community and the struggle of Black people to make it, you know, hey man, we matter. Like, what are you doing? Like all the police killings, I think under Obama, it was like over 1,500 police shootings of Blacks. It wasn't whites, it was Blacks. I've seen videos where white guys have guns, shoot out with the police, and still get abducted alive. How? Because White Lives Matter? No, that's not the message I want to see. Because like I said, if a Black guy gets in a shootout with the police, most likely he's not going to make it to the jail alive. Like if they even think you have a weapon, you're getting shot. So that's where that whole Black Lives Matter came from, the abuse of, and then nothing happens to them. You know, a lot of cases nothing happened to them. So that's why we had to stand firm and say, hey, Black Lives Matter. I get it where the statement came from. Now, as far as the organization, I can't validate that organization as being funded by Black people or totally in our best interests. I don't know all the undergirding financial agreements with people. I'm hearing that George Soros is one of the financiers of that. And I have seen some white people infiltrate and during the LA riots, when the George Floyd riots, I've seen a lot of infiltrating people, police officers infiltrating Black Lives Matter to continue to perpetuate the violence. I can't speak on that. I don't know who's behind that, but the whole slogan of Black Lives Matter is relevant to tell the world, hey, you can't just kill a Black guy just because he's Black and say, hey, I thought he had a gun, or you can't just disregard our lives in a sense that where it has no value. So Elliot is having a lot of problems getting back in. I'm gonna give him another few minutes to get back in and we're gonna shut this down. But that was the whole thing, I think, that started it. And then he started making statements about the Jewish community, which could be true. His statements he made could be true, that his experience in the entertainment, his experience of entertainers and football and baseball players that he know might have representation from the Jewish community. But that's his experience. Now, I think it's true, but at the same time, when you make statements like that, it could be taken in a very racial manner. Just like if somebody was to come out and say, well, all NBA players is just a bunch of Black guys, that could be looked at, that's true. That might be true. So because Jewish people tend to go into financial industries, okay? Just like I see a lot of Orientals and Indians come to America and they go into the medical field. But you got to be careful how you say that, you know? So when you say it in a manner to where it can be taken in a racial slur, it's just very sensitive. Because like I said, I look at it from my point of view as a Black man. Like if somebody said, yeah, all those basketball players is a bunch of Black guys, that's kind of true. It is a lot of Black guys, although we got now a lot of foreigners coming from Europe that are white guys from Italy and Spain that play pretty damn good. But, you know, for a long time, it was kind of like a Black dominated sport. And to make that comment in a certain tone and in a certain gesture could be taken racial. We would be like, if a white guy came out and said, yeah, a bunch of black guys just playing NBA, it's just all black guys mainly. If a reporter said that, or any commentator, we will have our panties all up in a roar, our drawers will be bundled up in our butt, we'd be going crazy because it could be taken as a racial slur. I'm trying to zoom him in one more time, but if he doesn't come in, we're going to end this call because I'm kind of touching on the second subject we wanted to talk about. Elliot, you're coming in, my brother. I see you coming in. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? And this is why I don't like lives, because you always having problems. Anything can go wrong on a live. So a lot of times I pre-record stuff, but of course you get the best audiences when you go live because people get notices and stuff like that. But it's just so many complications when you go live. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, I'm gonna let Elliot close us out.
I think it's on your end.
No, I'm clear. I'm live, I'm recording. Everything here is good.
Hello? Hey, hold on one second.
I see we on YouTube.
Hey,
I'm
is this
live.
my appointment for
Hey, I gotta mute you for a minute because you're on a phone call. So unmute yourself when you come back. And so we're gonna close this out, man. We've been going for a minute, so we gotta close this out. Elliot, we gotta close this out. Go ahead, unmute yourself. Just to catch you up on what happened, I spoke a little bit about the anti-Semitism talk because my opinion is this: if a white commentator would have came out and said, okay, all those black guys play NBA, mainly all black guys play NBA. If he would have said that, the black community would have been in an uproar. So I gotta say this: Kanye West is right. A lot of Jewish people they go into financial industries. A lot of them do, just like a lot of Indians and a lot of Orientals. They go into the medical field. But you got to be careful how you say that because it could be taken as a racial slur. So I think that Kanye, in his experience, he probably see a lot of Jewish people doing the contracts, the record deals, to this, to that, to that. And he spoke on that. But again, if somebody would have said that about black people in the NBA, it's all brothers, it's all a bunch of black people playing NBA. It's the manner and how they would have presented that. It could have been taken to another level. That's just my point of view. You got to be careful what you say and how you say it in this day, because if somebody would have said that about our black people in NBA, I would have had a problem with it. A lot of people would have had a problem with it in the manner that they would have said it. So go right ahead. That's just my take on it.
I mean, I understand your point, dearly noted, and that's a good, valid point. But I mean, those industries that you're using, they're slave auction blocks. I mean, if you look at when a slave would come into port, go look at the combine of NBA. Those are slave auction blocks. How high can you drop? We're going to test him. How high is he? How tall is he? How fast does he run the 40? That's all slave auction stuff. But
yes,
see,
but let me say this. Let me say one thing. All these fields, black people are making millions of dollars too. So that's another argument that a black person will come to you and say. You understand what I'm saying?
The money doesn't matter. See, this is the thing. Like what Kanye's doing, like I was trying to say, like earlier before I got cut off, was the fear thing, the fear factor of what he did. He just shattered that because this brother just said some stuff and did some stuff that only a person at that level can do. Period, point blank, to where it can have the magnitude to affect. See, they did the one thing that they control us with. Oh, we're going to take away your 2.5 billion. He doesn't care.
Because if you got
2.6 billion, however many billions, guess what? You still got money left over. It's not about the money for him. It's about the message. Because if you go and watch his interview, like he said, and I'll quote, God uses you in a different way. And sometimes he puts different abilities in certain people to do certain things. He said, growing up from Atlanta and growing up from Chicago built me for this. Because see, the mission of where he's at, see, I love what he's doing because he's sabotaging the industry. He's exposing the industry and he's having courage and he's putting his life on there. I respect him more than I respect Jay-Z, than I respect any of these ball players, LeBron, any of them.
You know why? And I respect them. They're doing good things in their community. They build schools. They're doing positive things, but they're not fighting the true devil. The true devil are the people that run these corporations. That's a fact. That's a fact. Your media, your food, your transportation companies is all controlled by Jewish owners. Matter of fact, you can look up certain companies that are responsible for 90% of the world's wealth. I just read an article on it. I'll show it to you. They're an equity firm responsible for 90% of all wealth. All of these companies that you're going to, you think that they're actually owned by other people. They're really owned by one conglomerate of a corporation, and they make different fictitious names like Pepsi, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Burger King. You could go down it. They're actually owned by corporations under big brands, and then they put fictitious people there. So him exposing that, him saying that, that's the truth, brother. It's no different than when they wanted to kill Malcolm X for going against Farrakhan, or going against the the guy that ran it. So I mean, for telling the truth, hey, you sleeping with little girls underage. You get what I'm saying? They wanted to murder him because, see, us as Black people, bro. One, we're the most intelligently people on this planet, but we're also the most dumb because we don't fight. They've taken our fight.
I got to clear up a statement. It wasn't little girls. They were all 18, over 18. So
no, they weren't. I got to clear that up. Years old. She was 14 years old. The one 14? That he had a baby with, and he hid not Farrakhan, the other one.
Elijah Muhammad.
Elijah Muhammad, yeah, him.
No,
that's
what
I said. Yes, he was.
No, 14. The Prophet Muhammad had a woman 14, not Elijah Muhammad. But go ahead, because I don't want nobody to clear you up on that. But go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying when the story came out, that's what they said when I in the journals that I read.
He was in the 70s, and all those girls was 18, 19, which is frowned on in America. But go ahead.
Well, okay, I was just using it just like trying to make a point with it, because my point has got lost in the communication and the electricity and all of that. But the Wi-Fi, but
slow down too, because you going 100 miles.
Well, no, down. Because you said
I'll be right there with you, but I don't want to lose the audience, because a lot of people they don't have the consciousness that you have. So we got to speak to them. But go right ahead.
Like, for example, see, I understand where Kanye's coming from, and I'm going to give a book for everybody to read. There's a book. It's written by a guy named Arthur Koestler. It's called The 13th Tribe. If you read that book, in The 13th Tribe, in that book, it tells you who the Jewish people are, or they're also known as the Jesuit order. That's spelled Jesuit order. They're the allegiance to the Pope. They are your secret service. They are your hidden government. They are your shadow government. They handle hits and take out and kill people for the Catholic Church. That is a fact. The Jesuit order has been, you can go through any period of time to find out who they are. But in that book, The 13th Tribe, it tells you that it tells you in the 13th Tribe that this anti-Semitic is by Arthur Koestler. Koesler. In this book, it tells you that those Jewish people that are saying that they're Jewish now, that are in New York, running your trade center and all of that, they were grafted in. They were adopted in. They don't come from no biblical tribe of the 12 tribes, because they say that their bloodline started with the mother. In that book, he exposed them. That's why they murdered him and assassinated him, for exposing their hidden secrets. So what Kanye is saying is 100% valid. 100% valid. Matter of fact, if you just go look at your Bible, you'll see the JPS, the Jewish Publication Society, is on every Bible that you have. That's owned by the Jesuits. That's a fact. That's a fact. So what he's telling you is a fact. They control religion. They control media. They control food. They control every aspect of your life. We can go deeper than that. Look on your ambulance truck. Look at that. That's a straight mockery and blasphemy of the staff of Moses. That's two serpents going up a staff. Look at it.
Okay, now wrap up the statement. We got to close it out.
When you go,
so you agree with Kanye's statement? You feel it's true, and he's speaking on something, putting his life on the line. He's courageous for doing it. I think he's a genius, no question about it. And I think he know what he's doing. He's not. I don't think he's okay. A lot of people, he's got bipolarism, but he know what he's doing. He know what he's saying. You know, bipolarism just means you go from happy to sad. You can go up and down, but it doesn't mean you're not in control of your faculties as far as your thinking, because you see he's still doing business. He's conducting business. He done made more money than Jay-Z. Jay-Z was a billionaire. I remember when Kanye was on stage, call me, bro. call me, bro. You ain't called me, bro. He was going crazy, you know, because Jay-Z made it to a certain plateau and he kind of probably like was hard to get in touch with. He didn't pass Jay-Z. I wonder how Jay-Z feel about that. Like, how you got $1 billion? This dude ain't even got 100 million yet, and then he passed you. So to me, he's genius. He's brilliant. He's very talented. I watched him with his church. I couldn't believe in amazement how his music skills. People don't even realize how all the artists he done wrote for, all the artists he done did music for. That's why anybody that watched this with me and you, I'm gonna close out with this. Go and watch Genius. Watch about Kanye's life. When I watched that documentary about his life, it gave me a total different perspective for Kanye. It really did, because the media make you look like a monster. All I was thinking after his mom died, he just lost his mind. That's what I was thinking until I watched that documentary, and one of his buddies filmed him the whole time of his whole success from the time he started. Nobody knew him. And I thought it was brilliant to put that out now, because it gives a lot of people a whole different perspective of Kanye West. So anybody watching this needs to watch that Genius on Netflix right now. That what is like a 2-3 day? It's like a 2 or 3. It's like 2 or 3 episodes, but it changed my whole perspective, man. That's what I'm gonna close out with. I want you to just make just one quick closing argument before we close. Very brief, because I don't want to take the video too long.
I'm gonna close with this. Just before you judge Kanye, listen to the message. Take the emotion out and listen to it. And if you have any spiritual prowess, then you will understand where he's coming from. To me, Kanye is a man that has found his spiritual self internally, and that's where it starts. And because of that, I think that he has a duty that he's made and taken upon himself to fight the powers that be. And that's why he's exposing it. He doesn't care about the money anymore. He doesn't care about the fame anymore. It's a mission. It's a purpose. He's doing this for a purpose, even if it means his life. I don't think he cares. I think he's doing what a lot of Black men should do, and that's use your power at that level to change the world, to make a difference. Because those celebrities and those people that we admire and music that we buy and shoes that we rock and everything, what are they really doing for your community? What are they really doing in the message of what they're teaching you and trying to give back to you? You know, that man know that he sold his soul. He admitted that he did that. He may have been responsible for something. Kanye, he said, yeah, I sold myself for some Happy Meals and this and that.
Oh yeah, I heard him say that several times.
He may be having a spiritual awakening. You get what I'm saying? And even though he may not be able to get his soul back, maybe he's come to grips with the Most High to be like, you know what? If I can't get my soul back and I'm gonna die, at least I'm gonna go out telling the truth and exposing these people, even if I lose everything. And that's that man's choice.
We're gonna do some more videos, my brother. I love your passion. I love your state of mind. You're a very intelligent brother. A lot of people don't know how much information you have. This brother has sued Experian and a couple of those agencies and won.
All three of them.
I think he even won with the IRS. Am I right? Did you win with the IRS? Or they just didn't show up?
No, it wasn't the IRS. It was they all showed up. It's just some credit bureaus, some security companies.
You won against all of them.
Yeah, employers, all of you. I've never lost.
Yeah, so this is a very,
and I do it for other people too.
I wouldn't have him on the show if he wasn't qualified, but I get a lot of information from him. And like I said, he's good in credit. He's good with business credit. He's good with personal credit. He's a fighter. He's a researcher. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out with that, man. Again, thank you for coming on the show. We're gonna do more stuff again. Me and you, Elliot, we'll talk about some money and stuff and help people get them some information. Me and Elliot, we are collaborating again with some business credit, some Forex, some cryptocurrency. We're putting it all together to bring some programs to you guys where you guys could, get some passive income and learn more about money. Because this economy is changing to something kind of nasty. And if you're not active and taking massive action, you can't just sit back and watch it, because you're gonna
come down to the haves and the have-nots.
Yes,
really, it's a divide going on right now, and the poor are gonna get poorer.
Yes,
and the rich are gonna get richer, and that's just what it is. That Kiyosaki guy, Robert Kiyosaki. Hey, that's about to happen.
He goes kind of hard though. He's exposing a lot of truth right now. I like Robert because
a lot of people are, bro. You can't sit back. You got to be an idiot not to see this, Eric. You got to be an idiot, bro. Like, Man, bro, seriously. I mean, people can get all into
And
their
we're gonna have to cover this on
emotions.
another subject. I got some people here. I
Yeah.
gotta go.
All right, man.
And man,
All
man,
right.
you know, man, you could go all day, bro. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and sign out. But you guys, thanks
All
for
right.
coming. And you guys subscribe to the Family Cash Machine, follow the money, hit that subscribe button. If you heard something that you like, hit that and text us or hit the link underneath, and we'll give you guys the information on how to get in touch. Tell the people how they can get in touch with you right now before we go.
Oh, well, right now they can't, because I haven't. Yeah,
You
not
still
right
working
now.
on? So yeah, he's putting together another credit business and some other stuff he's doing with Forex.
Yeah, we're actually
brilliant
like,
with Forex.
we're actually like in the next couple of months, I'm going to be releasing my business credit software. That's
Okay.
going to take you, basically it's going to be a wizard that takes you all the way from tier 1 all the way to tier 4 accounts.
Okay,
where you can
okay.
get, you know, leasing through Mercedes, BMW, or any dealership of your choice.
You're working on your
start
own.
to finish.
You're working on your own Forex indicators and stuff too, like that, right? So you'll offer that too. No problem. I'm gonna be working with him, you guys. So whatever he comes out with, I'm gonna want to collaborate with him because, like I said, everything I've done with him has been 1,000%. So we'll see you guys on the next video. Again, thank you, Elliot, and I'm looking forward to doing some more videos with you, my brother.
Definitely, man. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, peace.
All right.